Hello my dear friends, my name is Parth and you are watching Must Watch Tips. So in this video, let us see how to make this animated presentation where we have 6 topics and you have very good infographic here in the center. You can add 6 different topics in this slide. It may look difficult but it is very easy to prepare. And instead of this shade, you can also try a shade like this. So what I mean to say is you can play with different colors to have your infographics ready. So give me few minutes of yours and I'll teach you how to make this amazing PowerPoint title slide. So here we are in the blank presentation, and first of all, let us delete this text boxes and let us insert a shape. So we'll go to insert shape, and here you can see that we have a rectangle with rounded corners. So let me insert that with a random dimension and I'll tell you what are the exact dimension you need to have in the shape. So in the height, let us select 5.5 and in the width, let us take 8.47. So make sure you have this exact ratio between the height and width of the shape. And now let us select this and make 3 copies of this. And a quick way to duplicate this is to press Ctrl D. So I'll press Ctrl D to duplicate it once. I'll again press Ctrl D to duplicate it once. So now I have 3 copies of this. And the very next step is to arrange this in a star format. So in order to complete that step, let us go to this shape, select this, go to shape format, and here we have an option of rotating the objects. And we will go to more rotate options, and in degrees, let us select 60 degrees of rotation for the shape which is here. And for the second shape, let us select a degrees of rotation to minus 60 degrees. And we will keep the angle of the shape as it is. And now let us select all of this, go to arrange, and let us align this in center. Now let us go to arrange again. We'll go to align and let us align this in middle itself. And let us place this in the center of the slide area. So this completes your very first step. Now let us select all of this and format a shape a little bit. So we'll go to shape format, and in the shape outline, let us select no outline, and in the shape fill, you can choose whatever color you want. Anyway, we are going to change it afterwards. So as we have selected all of these 3 shapes, let us go to shape format, and here we have an option in the insert shape to play with the different shape. We can union the shape, we can combine the shape, we can fragment the shape, intersect and subtract. So in this step, we will select the fragment, and you can see that this is now has been converted into small fragments like this. So let me press Ctrl Z, and now let us delete this shape. And what we will do now is I'll select this shape and this shape by pressing shift, and we will unite this shape. So I'll select this, I'll hold shift button, I'll again select this one. In this way I have selected 2 shapes. I will go to shape format, and here we will select union. So now it has become a shape like this. Let us place that over there itself, and again I will select this 2 shape, go to shape format and select union, and I'll do it for the remaining shapes as well. So here you can see that we have created a different shapes like this. Now it is time to add a gradient. So I will select all of this and select the gradient fill. And you can see that this is looking quite nice, but once we look at the shape individually, we can see that dark blue color is on this side and white is on this side. But while we look at this shape, dark blue color is on this side and white color is on this side. So let us make this, let us make sure that the shade is given properly. So I'll select this one first, and in this shape you can notice that this rotation option is given over here. So this shape is basically like this. If I make this fully vertical. But since we have made this shape by ourselves, it is given us the shape like this, and this orientation of the shape is like this. So we need to keep in mind that this shape is like this. It is arranged in a northeast direction somewhat. So we will go to direction and we will select black, I mean darker shade in the left hand side and lighter shade in right hand side. Again, we will go to this shape. You can see that the direction is again northeast. So we'll go to direction of the gradient. We will select darker shade in the left and lighter in the right. Here you can see that the shape is again northeast wise. So in the top we will have to select darker, and in the bottom we will select lighter like this. In the same way for this one. So in this way you can arrange the shades of the shapes because they are oriented in different angles. And since we have completed adding gradients, now it is time to add shadows in this. So we will select all, right click and go to format object. And here we will go to this option of shadow. And here you can select the inner shadows like this. And let us increase the blur and reduce the transparency a bit. I have increased the blur to 20 points. You can vary according to your preference. And since you can see now that the direction of shadow in each and every shape is different, so we need to arrange that manually for each and every step, like the way we did for the gradient shape. So in this one, the direction of shadow, let me go to shadow again, and let us set. So in the gradient, we used to set the direction, and here we need to set the angle. So you can see that the angle is rotating while I shift this to different angles. So you need to make sure that the darker part of the shadow comes in this direction. For this particular shape, the darker part should come in the top area, which I'm showing like this. So let me arrange that angle for each and every shape. And now we have completed adding the gradient as well as the shadows. Now one thing you have noted that the shape which you have just created is quite smaller, and if you feel the same like I do, you can just select all of this, press Ctrl G to group them all, and while holding the shift and control button you can maximize this like this. Again you need to right click, go to group and press ungroup. So if you do without grouping, let me show you how that will work. So if you select all of this and press Ctrl Shift to maximize this, it will look like this. And you need to arrange this manually. So the tip is to first of all create a group of this all object and then maximize this according to your required size. So since we have completed the making the main infographic, you can add icons as well by going to insert and icons. It will be available once you are online and connected with the internet. So here you can see that I have inserted a different icons from the shapes which I in the method which I just showed by going to insert and icons over here. And you can later on add the text boxes like this, whichever your topics are. So here we have a space of 6 objects. So you can take 6 topics according to that. And what after that what we'll do is we will duplicate this slide. So let me show you that. So I'll just copy this, and you can take fonts of different different font style according to your preferences. And we will duplicate this slide, and in the first slide what we will do is we will select all of this, move this to left side and this topics to the right side, and we will randomize these shapes like this away from the slide area. And now let us select both these slides, go to transition and apply morph transition. And Applying the morph transition is the magical step of this presentation, because if you forget to apply morph transition, the effect of animation in this slide area won't be there. So now let me go to presentation. So you can go by here clicking in this button for the slideshow, and you can simply press F5 for the slideshow. And if I click on next, it will look like this. So you can see that there is a very good animation coming in along with the topics which you have just inserted. And once you complete it with the shapes, like I said, the icons, it will look like this. So I hope I was able to explain all of these steps very clearly, and you have learned something new from this video. And there are lots of videos like this in our channel, so do check out our channel, Must Watch Tips, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you have friends like this who are interested in making the presentation in an animated way, then do share it with them as well. Hoping to see you in the next video. Goodbye.